Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, that's not how I start a video. What's up, folks? We're back with another video. We're moving on to the install piece. Something on the lens. We're going to the install piece of the Nitrous. So where we're heading out to EFI Specialties, on IG Mac Built, on YouTube OMG It's Mr. Mac, and we're gonna finish up, or we're gonna start the install. We're gonna show you everything up underneath the hood. We'll show you everything in the kit one more time, put a couple pieces together on the outside. We'll show you a couple things underneath the hood, and we're gonna get going with this Nitrous install and get it dialed in, and hopefully, if the weather holds out, Saturday or Sunday, get a good test and tune in. So there, at MIR, there's a test and tune Saturday, but the weather is still supposed to be sketchy on Saturday. But hopefully they open up and we get some runs in on Saturday to show what the Nitrous can do, where it can help. So this is part one of the install, just the engine bay type stuff. Part two of the install is going to be the lines to the bottle, testing the bottle, making sure everything's working, and then getting it on the dyno and doing some passes and see if we can get back some of that power we lose when we close the hood. So we're gonna do two: close the hood with the shaker, close the hood without the shaker, just to see removing the shaker if that does anything. But that's for the next video. This video again is up underneath the hood, putting in the solenoid, running that line, and running the where we're gonna spray the Nitrous into just before the intercooler. I think that's where we're gonna put it, but you have to watch the video to find out. All right, folks, stay tuned.
All right, folks.
All right, folks. There's an echo in here. All right, so we're here with Mac Built. Y'all seen them on the channel before. We go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. See, it's already going up. It's a little over 500.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I'm good now.
So they told me to put it back on ice after they filled up the bottle. So you're not, I guess, technically supposed to put it back on ice, but as it warms up, it'll gain pressure. But anyway, so here's everything again. Y'all seen if y'all watched the unboxing video, y'all seen everything in there. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna throw together some of the pieces here, and then pull the car around, put a couple pieces in the car, and then call it a night. So Mac,
folks.
Over to you, folks.
I'm putting it on my Instagram story so people know what's up. A little preview. Right. A
little preview on Mac's Mac Built IG.
All right.
So go ahead, tell us what we're gonna do.
Man, I gotta give it. We're gonna do two different videos because we're gonna do the dyno shit as
another one.
Another one. So we're gonna do a quick rundown of this, and maybe we'll get more explanation done during the dyno video. But this is a dry Nitrous setup from Nitrous Express. This is the most basic Nitrous setup we could get
for what we want to do.
Yeah, like it's not, when I say basic, it's not cheap. Don't get me wrong. Like, let's do a little unboxing here. I know they've seen, if people have been around for a while, they've seen, the Nitrous setup that I showed you,
right?
The plate setup that eventually will get used.
It's a lot cheaper than that kit.
Yeah.
It's about half as cheap, maybe a little more than half.
Yeah, probably a third. Because
I think full price this was like $640
that's
something.
That's a $1,500-$1,600 kit, but
so yeah, this is only about, we'll just say $650, because by the time you get the kit and then the gauge, it's about roughly a little less than $650.
And if people hit us up, we can potentially give them a little bit better deal. I'm a dealer, but the solenoid here is still carbon fiber, billet aluminum. It's still a big beefy, so we can always upgrade this later to a wet kit, and I mean this will flow like either 400 horsepower or something like that.
Right.
Like it's a ridiculous amount.
I don't know if we'll ever get. I don't know. Well, maybe. Never say never.
And as far as the dry setup, the reason we're doing that now over the wet is bang for the buck for one, and two.
Right.
What we're trying,
because you really can't beat Nitrous when it comes dollar to horsepower. You can't beat Nitrous.
This will make more horsepower than any blower, turbo, anything ever will. This is like never ending. It's orifice size. It's like
right.
This is literally unlimited.
You just got to keep refilling the bottle.
Yes, like there's nothing. There's no drivetrain loss. There's nothing. It's volatile.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So with this, it's it's a feed line, which with this kit it's a smaller one. With the plate kit, it's
a little bit bigger.
It's actually quite a bit bigger. It's got that, and then a fitting that goes in and connect it, and then one out to a small line here, which we're going to show because we're going to install this stuff. We're going to do the the hard parts today and do the wiring before we do some dyno testing. But the idea behind this, if people, you should link your old video of the hood shut versus open stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But basically, he lost 50 wheel horsepower with the hood shut. Some of it's heat, some of it's airflow, because we're going to dyno this time with the hood shut. Then we're going to pull the shaker, and we'll see where she's at right there.
Okay.
And the goal with this is to basically get that horsepower back. So we made 733 at the wheels with the hood open. We're going to try and do that with the hood shut with a very small shot of nitrous. And
so like I said, we're only looking at a 35, probably 35, maybe a 50, depending on what the 35 does.
But what that's going to do, it's also going to cool your air charge down quite a bit. So that 35 shot might make 50, might make 60.
Right.
And depending on how it hits down low, it could potentially make, way more torque. It could make like 100 plus foot-pounds of torque. Hitting it like first gear.
We're already beating the transmission up with torque.
But it won't be hit on the shift. You're still gonna have torque management.
Right.
So there is that. And then again, this is pretty straightforward. Nice billet pieces here. Sorry, my energy isn't through the roof today. It's raining out.
It's raining out. Yeah.
But
it's an iffy day.
It's an iffy day, but what's cool is like these fittings, they even have like little filters inside.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't get anything stuck in your solenoid. But basically this thread's in here at some point. I don't know, I'm fumbling. And then this line goes on. We'll show more of this stuff on the car. So this would come out. And then these little guys here are the jets. And that limits, where the horsepower is at, and
sprays it in
out there. And most likely,
that's as simple as it gets.
Yeah, on a wet setup, I would want to put this close to the throttle body. This one we're gonna be a little bit further away because I actually want it to hit your air intake temperature sensor because I want to know how much it's dropping.
Right.
I want to see if it does anything crazy. Plus, usually when it hits the air intake temp sense, it'll, I don't know if I'll have it set up that way, but sometimes it'll make it a little richer. That's something some cars do with dry setups.
Right.
It won't be pulling fuel away like that for sure, or timing or nothing crazy. I'm not the tuner, but I'd have to verify with Dave. So, and then it comes with, your relay and some wiring. We're probably gonna have to, come up with some wiring. I do have some of this from my setup, so if anything, I'll use some of it. But it comes with a decent amount of wiring. But the way this is going to work is you have your power, your ground, and then a switch source, and then out. I don't know. Yeah, you have your trigger, power in, power out, whatever. All that stuff. It comes with nuts and bolts to mount the hardware. Nuts and bolts. Some ends. Some ends. Different things. And this is the micro switch here. This is what I'm going to mount on your pedal. Remember I told you before that some of them use like full-on electronics and we got to solder and wire stuff in and do TPS signals and all that. I said, Don, we're going to do you the most basic setup. This is going to be on his pedal.
For Don, it's got to be easy, simple, no bells and whistles.
Well, you have a RT, so your pedal doesn't move. It's not a factory option, right?
Right.
So I can put this on and not have to worry about you bumping the seat and changing where I positioned it.
Right.
So, and then as far as the purge, you know, people always ask, Don's asked me about the purge. This is pretty cool. We can literally add, it's got a port here to add a purge right to it. I said, Don, you know, we can just add that to another video because we got to make some content apparently.
There you go. See, he's learning from Don. Everything's a video.
Yeah. But honestly, I told him we're gonna do this old school back. This is how I started playing with Nitrous, and I kind of want it to be fun. You know, he's got a spare engine, so it is what it is.
Y'all see what he does? He does this to me all the time.
But in all seriousness, he can do a burnout and hit the pedal a couple times, wide open throttle, and it'll clean the line out. It's safe to do wide open throttle. And on the dyno, I'll honestly probably just crack this off and hit the pedal a couple times to clean the line so we can spray it and make sure it's good.
Right.
A little bit extra work, but again, we're building content here.
We're building content.
We're building content. And you're building pressure.
Slowly but surely.
Yeah, so
you see the bottle sweating right there.
yeah, so that's where we're at.
It's warming
probably
up.
in the thing, but one of these is the right jet and one of them's not.
Right. So we'll figure it out when the engine blows up and we put like the 150 shot.
Man, you know what though? It would be fun while it lasted. I don't know, we'll see.
It'd be more fun if it was on the track and blew up.
I can tell you right now though, so my idea behind this is simple.
It's actually Don's idea. He's just taking credit.
I told you we could add more boost, but that's just going to make more heat.
Right.
But so also, folks, you got to understand now. Now I'm actually going to be serious and throw some stuff out there. The air is getting really bad compared to his 10.3 run. Shit air. The car's going to go richer. It's it's going to get hotter. It's humid. We can add more boost, but it's just going to kind of put him back where he was. This isn't going to care. This is going to make the horsepower. This is going to keep things cold. We're not going to spin the blower anymore, so it's not going to be making any more heat to produce the same boost. So I like this idea better. I sold him on this. Plus, this actually leaves room to grow because, again, we can update it later to a full wet kit, hit it with a 75, 100, 150, whatever he wants to do when the engine's built and the trans is in.
250, 300, you know.
Whatever you want to do, man. Hey, you know what? It's your motor.
See, now he's gonna get me hooked on nitrous, and it's just gonna get crazy.
That's what hooked on nitrous is the way to be. But here I am not spraying my car. You're giving me my fix. I am gonna spray the orange car though, so I mean I'm still doing something, just not as planned. So yeah,
orange car is gonna be a beast, by the way.
All right, folks. That's the other thing.
All right, folks.
We're not exactly doing our race with my blue car because, well, I'm not gonna project too much of what I've been thinking, but I don't want to risk. I don't want to put any more money into it. I kind of want to go out, run some times with them in the good air. If Don doesn't get his 9s this go around, we're going to do it in the good air, and we're going to do some good NA times. Some fun stuff's coming.
He's got some plans for the blue car. Just trust me on that.
There's plans, but they're not huge. We're going to do some more fun stuff. The orange car that everybody loves, that's getting the 6.4 and all the fun stuff. That's going to get the nitrous. That
car is going to be fun.
That car is sentimental. It's like yours. You've done all this stuff to it at this point.
Right.
Getting rid of it would just be like, it wouldn't feel right.
Yep.
But as of right now, the blue car, it's not sentimental.
Right. You don't have an attachment to it yet.
No. I want to get rid of it before I do. Potentially. I might mess up. I might make my third love child in it. We don't know. And then I'm screwed. You know what I mean? Literally.
All right. So we got everything laid out here. We'll put a few things together. I think we're still going to put a few things together here.
I want to put the lines, fittings, and stuff together. Then we're going to map it out.
And it's just nuts and bolts, folks. This is not rocket science. So I'm not going to record us doing nuts and bolts. I'll give you the end result, and then we'll get back to the car and put it in. Way.
We can maybe show some of the drilling or tapping, or
we'll show a little bit of
this stuff. We'll figure something out. We'll give you all some more.
We'll give you some more install stuff. Like I said, kind of big picture stuff.
It won't be just talking.
I'm not going to show us putting nuts and bolts on. That's easy stuff.
Yeah, everyone's played with their nuts and bolts.
We'll be back.
Put some of the sealant that they send with it. Now, when you're doing these, I do have aluminum ones, but if you don't want to mar your stuff all up, you got to make sure these are very clean, and they'll still take a little bit of the
a little bit off.
Yeah, which we're not too worried about. You have race car.
Yeah, I'm not too worried about
And I couldn't find my pretty black ones that are ionized.
Hey, you're either all show or all go. You know we're all go on this channel. Not a whole lot of show here.
Gonna have more now. And that's it.
All right, I think that's enough turning wrenches. Give us a minute, we'll come back with stuff semi set up. We still got to pull the car around here in a minute and
figure out where we're gonna put the nozzle.
Where we're gonna put the nozzle and all that stuff. More to follow. All right, so we came up with a plan for the solenoid and where the spray comes out. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna give you the non-view before we do it, and then I'll give you the after view. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna put the solenoid right here with the Nitrous Express pointing out so you can see it nice and pretty. We're gonna run the spray up underneath here and into the plenum here. Right down here, just before the temperature sensor, because we want to use the temperature sensor to see how much it brings the temperature of the intake air down before it gets into the engine. So it should cool it down quite a bit as well. Active.
Like 100 degrees or something stupid.
Yeah, it should cool it down pretty good. So that'll be even better, like he said, when we're running in the middle of summer when it's freaking 90 degrees and 90-some% humidity. We got something to take some of that stuff out. But that's the plan. We're gonna come back and we'll show you that plan in action when we're done. Alrighty, folks. Part 1 of the install done. All we did is tap this to a 10mm bolt. Use the bracket that came with the kit. Here's the line out from here. Shoot down in and in through the firewall, either the driver's side or the passenger side. We ain't quite figured it out yet. We're still debating on where we're gonna put the bottle. So not sure if we're gonna leave the bottle in the car or we're gonna put it in the trunk. Still in debate. We're working on it.
Never hold it in your hand.
This is probably not the way to do this, but I'm not Mac. Mac's Mac.
No.
Mac does what Mac does.
I know what to do.
Oh, that will definitely work.
Well, we done. I actually need to. God. Wow. How not to hold it, Don?
How not to hold it?
I need to switch to a bigger one. Someone dulled this out, so it's a little stuck. But a real shop will have more.
That's right.
The
spares.
The uni bit. I love these damn things, man. I don't know exactly how big I gotta go, but I know we're not there yet. So we're gonna keep going, folks.
We're gonna keep going till it's big enough.
Yeah, who put that there? Ah, keep going.
There we go.
So I said I love it.
I think that's plenty big enough.
Probably not. Probably needs to go 1 or 2 more, but it's close. Maybe 6 more. We're gonna find out, folks. Hold on.
All right. He wants to keep going.
I said 1 or 2 more, right?
Yep.
So that's 1.
It's in.
It's like I know what I'm doing. Don't tell anybody.
Boom! So actually, let me go back and show you where we decided to put it. Because I told you we were gonna go through the plenum. We decided not to do that because it would have been a pain in the butt. So if you remember, this came around like this, and this metal right here is where it's gonna go. So it's gonna come in right here. More to follow. Good help is hard to find around here, boy. Gee, yumpin', let me tell you. Gotta shoot, I'm back there wrenching all kinds of crap. And look, the guy that's supposed to be watching me, taking care of me, make sure I'm doing stuff right. They're back here chilling.
I'm about to play some music and mess up your... Well, I'm going to say good payment's hard to find for motivation.
That's true. He is helping me out big time, folks. Don't let me fiddle with you. But I always own up to it though.
Plus, I was damn near dead. So y'all gonna give me a break.
Yeah, he was dying. So we got him on a break. We're gonna get back to
hospital. Literally in the hospital.
Literally in the hospital like a couple days ago, right?
Yeah.
So he's taking a break. We're gonna get back at it. All right, y'all saw where we mounted the solenoid, right? I know it's hard to see because it's dark, but right here is where we put the inlet to let the nitrous go all the way through the intercooler back in to the engine so it cools everything off. All right, so that's installation part 1. Installation part 2 is going to be running the bottle, running the line to the bottle, and getting the bottle set up, and how we're going to run the bottle, how we're going to do that, at least initially, and then we'll get her up on the dyno. So I'll make it a part 2 install and a dyno video. I think we can make that work. But if you are stopping in for the first time, please check out the rest of the channel. If you like what's going on, do me those few things. Like, subscribe, smash the bell, shoot me a comment, share it on your social media. I'll definitely appreciate it. Shake and bake, definitely appreciate it, because every red penny from YouTube goes right back into shake and bake on things just like this. So that's it for this one, folks. Don't miss the next one. Adios.